Alright, a little bit of a delay. Sorry about that, but we're picking up right where we left off. This is the second game in the second round of Swiss for the BoardGameGeek Octagon 3 tournament. I've won every game up to this point. Puts me at 6 prestige. And I'm playing Cerebral Imaging against Gabriel Santiago. This is one of my favorite decks. It's the Shipment from Sand combo deck. Wins out in about 3 turns. Gabe is a very difficult matchup for this deck. This is one of my favorites. I play it a lot, though I haven't been entirely successful with it lately. And obviously the current deck list looks a little bit different than this one. But anyway, we mulliganed that opening hand. I didn't have any decent, cheap end-to-run ice, so we mulliganed, and we're going to get set up here. It has been several months since I played this game, so I'll be, my commentating will be more that of an observer than recalling why I did what I did. Gabe really puts this deck in a bad position. So right here out of the gate, I don't want to see these openings to Gabe. I'm giving him, he's got Desperado out, so he's getting 3 credits for that first round headquarters each turn. But if I res, I open the door for him to, what ice did I put there? I think that's a hive. So I'd leave the opening for him to install Corroder and account siphon me, and you cannot eat early account siphons with this Cerebral Imaging deck. For those not familiar with this Cerebral deck, my goal here is to double biotic out an efficiency committee. Use Shipment from Sands to score a 3-pointer out of hand, and then biotic out 3-2 to win the game. So I'm not too worried about. Normally with this deck, you give up a lot of early openings. There's 9 agendas in the deck. Normally it's not too big of an issue, and then once you get the central servers locked down, you really just coast and gain money until you've got the combo. Gabe puts a tremendous early pressure on this deck. You see I've already had to spend ice defending archives that I normally wouldn't bother with. At this point, I'm just clicking for credit so I can res that piece of ice, which is a hive there on headquarters.
Login rejected.
So, I'm not sure. As much as you hate giving him 3 credits a turn, I don't think it's the right move to go ahead and res that piece of that hive there. Because now he can. Well, if he had Corroder in hand, he could run Corroder and then account siphon. He might not have had the credits. I think he had the credits. As it is, I left it open so he could sneak door and emergency shut down the hive. There's just so many problems this at the time these 2 decks were being played. Not that it's much better now. So, trying to prevent against the account siphon killing in. Go ahead, go into the second layer of ice on headquarters there. And still leaves sneak door open, but he's gonna hit R&D. Really, I don't mind. There's a lot of Biroid ice in this deck, and I don't mind people using their clicks, and that hurts though. I don't mind people spinning their clicks to get through the deck, as it limits their accesses and buys me more time to set up everything that I need to set up. With only 9 agendas, your odds aren't too incredibly high of losing an agenda there. But that one hurts. So you see, looking at my combo pieces right now, I've got one of the 2 biotic labors that I need, and I don't have efficiency committee. So for him to grab that efficiency committee off the top there, even though he spent his whole turn doing it, that really hurts. Now I got another issue with the inside job coming in on headquarters. I can res the Ichi there. He'll be able to Well, he'll lose his fairy one way or the other. No, excuse me. Use inside job. So I can res the Ichi to end the run, prevent him from getting through, but still leaves me open to a sneak door and emergency shutdown play. Obviously, if I don't res it, it leaves emergency shutdown open anyway on the hive, so...
Login rejected.
So normally, at this point in the game, I really want to be bursting for credits, and I've got 3 restructures and 3 hedge funds in the deck. I've seen none of them so far. I'm seeing green levels and blue levels, but that's not great when I'm behind on credits like I am right now. So in resing that Ichi, I stopped him from getting his access. However, he now knows what's in front of there, so I'm vulnerable to a count siphon. And in spending that money, now I've got to discard cards down to get back to my hand limit. And I choose to keep the recursion and ditch the ice. And when at a point in time where I really want to double ice archives, and there's why, I'm not sure that was the right move for me. So now I can res the roto turret, but he's still going to get through. That would just cause him to use the fairy to get through it. But then that would put me at clicking for credits and discarding cards at the end of my turn again next turn. So I'm going to let him through. He gets 3 credits and the access. Oh. And I lose the Vitruvius. So, as if the early pressure wasn't enough, I'm already down 4-0. He's gonna run again. Nothing to think about now. There's no decent cards he can access, and he's already got his 2 credits for the headquarters access this turn. And there's the emergency shutdown. Yeah, this is not good. So green level. We've got our second biotic now. So in a typical game against a runner not named Gabe, ideally we'd have about 20 credits. We'd have 2 biotics in that efficiency committee that he clicked through the Eli for, and we can go ahead and start our combo now. As it is, it's not quite going that way this game. The trace here on Ichi doesn't really do anything. What's really taxing about Ichi is he's clicking twice to get through there. No agendas in hand. We're going to give him the credits for now. Just because we don't want to dump all the way back down to 4 credits yet. Because that would, again, he can sneak door and shut it down again. So I'm contemplating reclamation order for economy cards here. Yeah, I've got 2 green levels in archives now. Statistically, I should be drawing more economy cards. I don't, so we're going to end up clicking for credits to finish off the turn here instead, I think. Yep. We'll go ahead and res the sneak door now. Cost him the fairy. I haven't seen much of his deck yet. We still don't know whether we're playing. You'd have to assume probably Scumbag Gabe or Ser Gabriel Gabe at this point in time. I see special orders for Corroder. leaves him pretty well set up for an account siphon next turn. We did go ahead and pull a celebrity gift here, so go ahead and use that. I'm running 2 celebrity gifts, 3 hedge funds, and 3 restructure for my operation economy at this point in time, along with the blue levels and green levels, if I remember correctly. I'll post my current deck list in the description. But obviously the current deck list is much more up to date than whatever I was playing at this time. We are going to archive memories for that celebrity gift and play that again. So now we're sitting right at that 20 credit mark that we're shooting for, where we can threaten to double biotic efficiency and still not have to discard cards. Unfortunately, it doesn't give us a lot of flexibility in resing ice, so we're still in trouble from a siphon. Looks like we're playing Ser Gabriel as he drops a knight. It's going to cost him 4 credits to get through the roto turret, but he's gaining 3, so it's basically costing him a credit to gain access on headquarters. That's good for him. And there's another emergency shutdown. Emergency shutdown Sneak Door is just brutal against the Cerebral deck. And we're going to have to burn another Archive Memories for Celebrity Gift here. And the reason we're doing that is now we drew the Efficiency Committee, so our combo is good to go now. But, of course, now we have to res ice on headquarters because here comes a siphon. So you have to assume he's going to click through Ichi. So he's going to get through the server here, whether we res ice or not. It's tempting to not res, because we still have enough money to fire the combo, score the efficiency out of hand. But then that would leave us with no money to res ice next turn. If he has a follow-up siphon, the game's over. We have to toss our whole hand. So we're going to spend 10 credits here resing the Ichi and the Hive, even though he's going to get through. One of the reasons I really prefer playing the Scorch version of this deck now is you see he's only got a click left with clicking through Ichi. He's going to get stuck with tags. He's not playing Plasticate against me. I could easily Scorch him if I had the cards in hand, if I was playing the Scorch version. But I'm not. So I sacrificed Heimdall there to kill his knight. I guess that's an okay move. If it's similar to my Ser Gabriel decks, he's not running any recursion, so it's nice to take an opportunity to dump a knight while it's on a unresed piece of ice. She's already got another knight out. There's a restructure. That helps a lot. We probably... I think I'm trying to fend off another account siphon there, but I think I would have restructured and blue leveled and set up to double biotic the efficiency out next turn. I guess the reason why you wouldn't want to do that is it leaves you vulnerable to account siphon yet again. So I'm going to spend later as the hive here, as that's going to make for a very expensive indexing run for him to go back through there. With the indexing splash, this is actually looking a lot like my own Gabe deck.
Login rejected.
After a bit of thinking, he decides not to continue. I apologize if there's some funny cuts here or there. This was originally about a 50-minute session I cut down into about 20 minutes. There may be some unusual cuts here and there because of that. So now we blue level, and we're still really missing our other restructures and hedge funds. But we got double ice on archives. So we're kind of short up now. Now we just need credits. So what I'm looking at right here is, of the 19 cards I've got left in R&D, I've got a Celebrity Gift, 3 hedge funds, and 2 restructures. So a third of those cards are pretty solid economy cards. Agenda-wise right now, we've got 9 in the deck, 5 in hand, and he's got 2. So there are only 2 agendas left in those 19 cards. One of which is a 3-pointer. So normally at this point of the game, you just let the R&D axes go. Him being at 4 points kind of puts me in a hard position there, because he grabs that one 3-pointer, he wins. He runs with Knight, puts a Knight on the Roto turret. I res the Ichi. He uses Fairy to break everything on Ichi, and then Knight once again to pay for the Roto turret. And he sees a Biotic Labor. Draw Toll Booth. Toll Booth is huge against the Gabe deck he's running. If it's like mine, I'm running, well, mine nearly a year ago. I'm running Yogg with no data suckers. So he has no way to get past that Toll Booth other than Knight. Unfortunately, I don't have any money to res that Toll Booth right now, and I'm not going to have time to get credits to res the Toll Booth and pull off the combo. Gosh, that would have been a nice card to see earlier in the game, but I only run 1, so that's a risky take. We're gonna green level here, and we finally see our first hedge fund. 35 cards into the deck. We're gonna dump the Toll Booth. As good as it is against this Gabe deck, I just don't think we have the money to be able to res it this game. We have to be careful. Oh, okay. So there's our third Biotic Labor. Normally you have to be careful with your recursion at this point, because in order to get that third out-of-hand score, you need to pull a Biotic Labor back, whether with Archived Memories or with Reclamation Order. Drawing into the third Biotic, now we can use all of our recursion for economy, which is good because I used 2 Archived Memories for economy earlier. be a lot easier if I had 2 celebrity gifts or multiple restructures and hedge funds in my deck. Unfortunately, I don't at the moment. There's a second restructure. So now I can play restructure and reclamation for 2 more restructured, but that may take more time than I want. So I click for credits, and at 23 credits, I can score out that efficiency committee now. Next turn. So assuming I don't have to spend, assuming he doesn't run a count siphon, I can end the game in 3 turns. I'm gonna have to res the Eli here. Unfortunately, he hits any one of the 3-pointers he wins, and he hits that efficiency committee. I'm in trouble as well. Puts him at 6 points, but that leaves me drawing for the 3rd efficiency committee to win the game. Oh, and he pulls the priority rack. Oh, loss number 1. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with 3rd round soon.